Hello, thanks for joining us this lunchtime. The government has announced a review into how compensation payments are awarded to child sexual grooming victims. A BBC investigation found that the Criminal Injuries Compensation Authority had written to a survivor of the Rotherham sex abuse scandal. They said she'd consented to sex with her abuser even though she was still a child. Amy Garcia has the story.
It's 3 years since the J report exposed one of the nation's most disturbing child sex abuse scandals. It wasn't just the scale and the depravity of the offences that was so sickening. It was the way in which the authorities turned a blind eye to what was going on. That shocked people almost as much as the abuse itself. But Inside Out has found worrying evidence. Some are still being blamed for their own abuse when trying to claim compensation. A government body that rules on payouts appears to have claimed children can consent to sex with adults. The Criminal Injuries Compensation Authority wrote to Sammy Woodhouse saying that she had consented to her own abuse even though she was a child at the time.
I keep hearing a lot of with work lessons, if an adult can privately think that it's a child's fault for being abused, beaten, raped, abducted, I think you're in the wrong job. They sent me a letter that was pretty much blaming myself as a victim.
Utterly shocked by the notion that decision makers in a government organisation can consider that 14 and 15-year-old girls can consent to sex with adults.
In response to the concerns, David Liddington, the Secretary of State for Justice, released the following statement.
CICA has decided to mount an urgent re-examination of its own internal guidelines, in particular to make sure that there is no risk that a child could be disqualified from compensation because they had been groomed.
Sammy appealed against the CICA's judgment and has now received the maximum amount allowed for the abuse she suffered. Amy Garcia, BBC Look North.
And you can see that full story, that's tonight on Inside Out.